Alright, it's 7 o'clock, call the meeting in order. Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Campbell,
Here.
Davison, DeShano. Here. Class. Here. Petremont.
Here. Do you have the previous meeting minutes from March 13th and 16th? Are there any corrections?
Make a motion to accept the minutes from March 13th, 2023 and March 16th, 2023, which was the budget.
Second.
We have a motion and second to accept the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Or you take it, you usually. Okay, we have treasurer's report. Do you have any comments, questions, concerns? If not, I'd like to make a motion to accept the report.
And I would second that.
We have a motion to accept the report and second. Take a roll call on that one.
DeShano. Yes. Class.
Yes.
Petremont.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Fire report.
Good morning. I believe Kurt sent the runs out and all that data. What we've done is applied for a couple of safer grants, which is FEMA and stuff, so those are in. We'll see where that goes. The ISO, the auditor, or whoever, whatever you want to call him, that was down here, he has sent that on to New Jersey. So I would like to think it's looking pretty good, but I don't want to get my hopes up, but we'll see what goes from there. If we do any changes, it's got to, once they receive it, once they okay it, or do what they got to do, we've got 30 days. So we'll see where that goes. We've been looking at a couple of fire trucks. Right now, we've got it down to 2, and yeah, I don't know, we're about $100,000 apart. So, don't know which way we're going on that. I got a pretty good idea which way we're going, but, you know, because there's no way I can, it's a good truck, the other one, but $100,000 is $100,000, so, yeah, we'll let you know on that. Mr. Nitsky right now is up to Fraser Township, primarily for the billing aspect that we've been sending them on the cost recovery. Right now they're into us quite a bit. We sent the other ones out, and we'll see what they've got to say, whether they want to sit down with everybody, or, and it would be a great opportunity to do it. And in that regard, the ordinance that we have for cost recovery, that needs to be updated, that needs to be amended, so that we've got a good reflection all the way around, okay? And so I'll be asking questions and see if you guys want to sit down and go over this, or we just draw something up and send it to you or whatever. But it's been quite a while, and some of the wording's got to change, and the amounts and what is and what isn't. So
do you have a digital copy of the old?
Pardon?
Do you have a digital copy of what you currently have for that?
On the old, yeah.
Can you
And
email?
yeah.
Just to make sure we're all starting on the same page?
Yep.
That'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
because it's, I guess the more input the better, but it definitely needs to be updated. And how we're going to do it and what we're going to do, and try to get a uniformity. Still working on the issue with the other township directly to our north. Or all three of them actually up there, and get them all on the same page. And then I've already spoken to other townships to the west and get us all on the same page. So that, no surprises. If you can't do your coverage or whatever, then you know what's coming at you, and we'll see where that goes. But some of them are real gun shy about it, but hey, that's up to you. So it's where we're going to try and go with Fraser and Penn County.
So what you're really saying is, before you don't have the coverage, talk to us.
Right.
Don't leave us hanging high and dry.
Mhm.
Because then if there's a major fire in Fraser, we can be prepared. Otherwise, we can't be prepared.
The mutual aids are one thing that's a standard. This is up on or over and above what the mutual aids are,
Correct.
and we're covering for them, and we're not going to support them, and there it is. So
Maybe we could trade for a newer fire truck.
yeah, okay. I don't think Dave's giving that one up. So
Be worth a try.
yeah, okay. Basically, that's all I've got right now. So
When you say you're getting a price on a fire truck, which truck are you replacing?
the pumper.
The pumper?
It's a 2003, and it's due. And actually, we've actually got another fire department that is interested in purchasing it. So he wants first dibs on it. 3 months ago he didn't want to look at it at all, and then now I want first dibs. All right.
So when you were talking about this a few months ago, we were looking at $500,000? Was that,
$600,000 to $700,000. And one of them starts out on base price of about $600,000. One's starting at about $700,000. And I don't see him coming that much off of it because we've got to add some things to it. A lot of these trucks, they're just, everybody was ordering, and they've raised the price out of sight. So looking for the best deal we can get.
Is the same company that you got last truck through?
Nah, well, it'd be same manufacturer, different company, so.
Different broker.
Not real happy with the one we had on the first one, so.
so was it the USDA grant that covered that as well? Fire trucks?
I don't believe they would. FEMA might,
Okay.
but,
I thought it was
you
the USDA one that, was it the USDA? The one we talked about, maybe I've
know.
got that.
USRDA is more for
Yeah.
buildings and improvements and community
I
development.
thought they had fire department in there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, out in the
Oh,
thumb,
they do.
They did a couple for some communities out in the thumb.
So, because I think that one's open until, I haven't checked
It's
it
always
this year. Yeah, but I think it was like September is,
Yeah.
their.
They
this year
do it by
product.
the quarter, and every quarter they renew it, but they've got so much to give away every quarter.
Well, I guess the point would be if they,
But they're not gonna go for a truck.
maybe
They would
for
go
an
for a
offset.
building.
Okay. But
They would go for building improvements.
I
They
think some grant investigation might do us a lot of
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
in this situation, especially with that kind of a ticket. That's a
Mhm.
lot of moolah.
And building improvement, in frankness, if we are upgrading trucks, we more than likely are gonna end up having to upgrade the base.
Mhm.
So it'd be something to start
Their
looking.
grant programs vary. You get the loans, you do the payments, and they can, I'm not saying they will, but they can do 50 to 75% depending on what it is. So if you got $1 million, you have the possibility of getting $750,000 in a grant. Okay? But usually that is after,
You do the building.
even if they grant it, you pay the regular price or the regular payments, and you do that for so long, okay? And all of a sudden they'll come in, okay, the rest is gone, it's yours. So, interesting concept, but
I think that would probably go a long way. Some grant money, go a long way. And I'm sure there would be a way to leverage things a little bit where we sit.
FEMA, they don't want you to make plans for a truck at all. They want you to apply for the grant, they want you to go through their essay contest if you win it. Then,
Look for your truck.
now start looking for a truck,
Tell a Kurt to sharpen
you
his
know,
pencil.
but. And it's, yeah. Don't look at.
Okay, recreation report.
Haven't heard anything new. I think we're still in the same place we were last month.
Yeah, I seen Laura Ogar, we were talking about it, she said everything's been submitted, we're just waiting to hear,
Waiting and waiting.
so.
Thank you. I don't think we have a hall report. Nobody from the hall here. Bills for approval. We went over the bills. I know there was one that we're going to pull out and check over, and one that we, and one that we had already paid once.
Yeah.
So, so there's actually two bills that we're going out and checking over, so.
Yeah. But I think that was a.
With that in mind,
Do you wanna tell me which ones they are?
Spicer and
Blender.
Blender.
Blender?
Blender, I guess.
Yeah.
With those two adjustments, I'd make a motion to accept the bills.
I'll support that.
Class,
Yes.
Petremont,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
DeShano.
Yes.
Okay, communications. Everybody has a copy of the building
Payroll,
report?
payroll.
Oh, payroll, I'm sorry. That's usually connected together here.
Yeah, but he's been doing them separate.
Yeah, he has been, you're right.
Motion on accepting the payroll. I'd make that.
I'll support that too.
Class,
Yes.
Petremont,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
DeShano.
Yes.
Okay, now on to communications. Everybody's got a copy of the building report. Any questions?
That's a lot of money going into the building account, isn't it? So I think that, considering the conversations we had during, budget talks,
Yeah.
that thing's gonna start getting even more bloated.
Yeah.
So, probably gonna have to take, that into serious consideration when we're actually paying bills that qualify.
Yeah.
If
That's
they
pretty bloated
qualify,
the last 2 months.
I'd make a motion to accept the building report.
I'll support it.
Are you doing these two separate?
Are we
We don't
gonna-
have to.
I was gonna say, you just said building report, are we gonna
Yeah.
accept communications or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do this and then we'll do
I mean, everybody has a copy of this, of the zoning report. On Mara Drive, there's been bids received. We need approval for cleanup so they can begin.
So how much are the bids for?
I haven't seen them. That's all I got from Fred, but I haven't seen the bids, so Fred must have them. I don't know.
Well, that would put us out a whole nother month
I know,
before we could even start it.
but I haven't seen them.
Hybrids?
But now the one, yeah, and the one for Weathers Road, I mean, that should have been done already, but the weather set that back because when we had the hearing, the judge had given them, what, till the end, was it the end of March or something?
We only gave them 15 days because that was the second time
Yeah.
we had to take them to court.
But then after that, we got all the snow and everything, they couldn't get in there and do anything, so.
Okay, so a couple things on that. First off, Mara Drive is just getting worse, and so something's gonna have to give there, and I'm curious about how quickly we could actually review these. I mean, we've got nice weather right now, it'd be nice to actually make a dent in it as we're starting into spring. So, I would definitely be on board with doing something, even if we have to call it special, just to get that moving along. This has been going on too long.
Yeah.
Second thing, Wetters Road, a cleanup was already done, paid for, and added to the taxes a couple of years ago.
No, we did get a compliance order and he paid the company to clean it up
Okay,
just before the deadline.
okay,
But had he not done that, then we would have done that.
okay, so that's what I wanted clarity on, because obviously we've had a couple of other ones that's happened on, one being down on M13 by Cottage Grove, and then obviously once that's floated on the taxes, they only have a certain amount of time before we end up starting a different procedure. So that's what I wanted clarification of, right? If they don't pay
Yeah.
on the
But
taxes.
we have no idea of the dollars and cents of it,
No,
so.
Yeah.
this is the only report that I got from Fred. I
Okay.
never got any bids from him, so I don't know what they are.
So could we make a concerted effort this week to find out what they are, so that we can
Yeah.
make a decision about at least having a meeting to do a vote on it, so we can start the cleanup? I don't think waiting another month is doing anybody any favors. Well, except for people with messy yard.
Well, I'm just surprised that it says, bids received,
Yeah,
but there's nothing attached.
yeah, well,
Supporting
like I said, that's
documents are
what I
like
got,
this,
so I don't know,
So,
and I just got this today. Look.
yeah,
In Elevator Road, it says there's debris near the railroad tracks, they're looking for volunteers to help clean it up on the 12th. And it's a very wet area, so if anybody wants to volunteer to help, probably need boots.
Or waiters.
Well, I don't know how wet it is, but that's all he's got down here.
okay.
Now, do we wanna accept communication?
I'll make a motion to accept communications.
I'll support it. No, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Public input, 3 minutes. Please give your name and address, anything you want.
Microphone?
Is the microphone on?
Turn it on.
Okay.
Scott Wagner and my wife Kelly Wagner. We're here to propose, would like to pitch a proposal to paint the tennis courts out here, to turn them in, or have tennis courts and pickleball courts. We need filler, and see we need paint. It's a real fun game. It's new up here. Down in Florida, it's real popular. You gotta have a paddle and a ball, and it's a court, and 4 people.
I thought when we did the fencing, we talked about there being pickleball here.
We had talked about it at one time, but we never really, that's about as far as it went. I mean, we had looked at one time into finding somebody to paint it, but we never did come up with. The only person that we ended up saying, found our company out of Midland, and they wanted like $25,000 to paint it.
Well, it ain't gonna cost that much to paint.
So have you got any type of a bid for us?
That's actually, no, I brought them up here. Yes, I do. I have 2 bids.
Oh,
Got one from Sherwin-Williams and the one from Northeastern.
for the product, and then you take care of it?
Yeah. And you need filler for the track.
Yeah, they would
And
pour that in.
I went to Menards. They even said, just go to Menards. I get it a lot cheaper there.
Yeah, used to be a place in Essex where you could buy it by the gallon.
Yeah, that's
Never
not
mind.
there no more.
Okay.
Pyramid's not there no more.
Oh.
But not only do you play it outside, but you can play it inside. I don't think that's correct. I went there twice and told him it wasn't right. And the guy that gave me the quote, he was on vacation. $15 a gallon, that's too cheap. You can't buy paint for $15 a gallon. especially
No, this
if
basically, this price that you got here, that is for the material.
That's for the paint, the rollers,
Right.
Everything to make it happen.
everything.
Okay, now what are you
Well,
charging?
everything except for the filler.
Okay.
Miller is,
It would be asphalt, and then plus you need
some liquid to,
filler for the cracks.
right.
This guy here, Northeastern, is willing to throw in all the brushes and, just for community service or whatever. This is the sealant through the knives, that is the quote.
So this bid here is with the filler, and the other one is the filler's extra?
No, No.
You said you're throwing the brushes.
He's
You're
gonna
doing
know
the
what
brushes.
you need to
Oh,
put
You're
on.
doing the brushes, the other one, where it was thrown. But now that one is right. He actually came out and walked around the courts, cause I'm,
To make sure the size and everything.
right, and like the paint was right and whatnot.
So the regular price would be approximately $36.86, and he would give us a deal of $23.04.
Right, but even then you also need the filler.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, no,
The filler,
yeah,
right here.
yeah.
To,
It's $30 a bottle, basically.
$131,
$131.35 until 4/16.
yeah. Now, next question, what is your cost? I mean, yours.
Zero.
Oh, come on, you're gonna do it for
No.
free?
Huh?
Yes.
Because they wanna see it converted.
I wanna
like
see
we
it
talked
done.
about before.
I wanna see it
Well,
done.
and usable, I
Man.
mean, are they usable at this point? No. Not
We
even-
did all
I
that
mean,
money with the fencing.
With the
it was
cracks
to
they
get 'em up
have and
to par.
stuff, it's like they're not even probably usable for tennis. So they sit there, you've already replaced some of the fencing, post and whatnot, and so it's like,
Well, we
you know.
did a lot with the fencing.
Yeah,
Right.
$20,000 worth.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's see, I had a guy come out here and he looked at those courts and he says, I see about $18,000 to repaint these, and I'm like, come on, be for real, I'm buying paint and filler.
Well, that's
You
what I
know.
said to one company that we had looked at a couple of years ago out of Midland, wanted 20 or 25,000 to come out and paint it.
Right.
That's a little
Well,
high.
this is just the courts, this is not the outside, that's not the red, this is just the courts.
the court,
The
and
court
then you have
and
your
the
white
two
lines
lines.
for tennis and you have your yellow lines for the pickle lines.
I
We
already
talked
got
about
them.
Parks and Rec in the budget, and we talked about, you know, there was money in ARPA that was for people.
You know, a thought is even being that there's two courts, why not do one and, you know, start out with doing one side, one court out of the two, and see how
it
many,
goes.
you know, see if
See how
word
it
of mouth
goes.
it gets out and people get, you know, use it.
Cause the west side's really not bad, it's the east side that's got.
But this is the price for doing both sides.
That's the price for doing both.
Okay, so I'm gonna be the bad guy. Okay.
I'm
I'm
holding the
I'm
paddle.
grab one too, man. Have you ever done anything like this before?
No,
We've not, but we're not afraid of a little bit of elbow work.
painting is easy, yeah, it's so easy, just.
I'm a farm
spear
girl,
over
grew
there.
up with horses,
Roll
I
it
am not
out,
afraid of
roll it
hard work.
out.
Well, I mean,
Roll it
obviously, there's
See?
a little science to straight lines and
Oh, yeah.
all that good stuff.
And he's,
So,
yeah,
the
We're-
question
he's
needs to be
been
asked.
talking around to people and whatnot and getting different opinions and getting pros and cons. And
We're,
what's a better way to do it and,
we're gonna keep the same lines that are there for tennis courts, we're gonna paint right up to them, and even then the white paint that's there is gonna go right over that. Cause that way then we don't have to prep those white lines or nothing.
Okay.
And even then, like, the green or the yellow that goes from pickleball courts, he says just use acrylic paint on them. You don't need it, cause you already got the anti-slip on it, and then the acrylic paint's cheap.
Yeah.
And then, see, I painted lines for the city, and I'm fussy. I mean, bosses would come in, oh, you don't have to do it that good. It's my name going on this,
I got it.
I'm fussy.
And I appreciate your ingenuity. I do. That's really how communities move forward.
Well,
We need more of that.
it's not only this community, but I also checked with Linwood, and he says, we got the money, give me a quote.
Oh, we're over at the pickle park.
well, it's right there by
Linwood Park.
whatever. the little-
Bicentennial Park.
Yeah.
But that one's got this much
Yeah,
leaves
that
on
one
it,
has-
it's got a fence, section of fence that needs to be re-put up, and it's got cracks in it 3 inches wide. These cracks,
Yeah, that
you
one
know,
needs, that's a, needs a
So
lot
I
of help
said-
over there.
I told her, I'm gonna do the easy one. I'm gonna learn on the easy one, and
There's
then
not been
I'll
nothing
tell
done to that court in 20 years over there.
No,
Neither
one of
the
them
nets
don't
has been
say-
there forever too, and that's our basically.
Those were the
garbage.
first ones built after the bicentennial year. They were put in there.
76.
Bicentennial, but in 77, they raised the money, and then in 78, the courts went in.
Actually, seeing the plaque on this one was conservation.